Welcome to the largest tropical rainforest in the world, a place full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. With its vast expanse, it's likely we'll never uncover them all. From uncontacted tribes to the largest underground river ever discovered, here are 20 of the strangest things found in the Amazon. Number 20. Pestilothiopsis microspora, plastic-eating fungus. Plastic pollution is an ever-present shadow over our heads. It's one of those issues that, if we don't find a solution soon, could lead to the complete destruction of the only known planet that can house us. Not to mention we take every other living thing on Earth down with us. And honestly, nobody wants that. But don't get too depressed just yet. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and it comes in the form of a tiny little fungus. A group of students from Yale University made a crucial discovery in the remote areas of the Amazon rainforest, a fungus that eats plastic. This fungus can grow on polyurethane, a common polymer in plastic products, and use it as its only carbon source. According to the Yale research team, this plain-looking light brown fungus can live in environments with or without oxygen, breaking down and digesting polyurethane before converting it into organic matter. In an experiment measuring the rate of decomposition, significant decomposition of plastic material was observed after only 2 weeks. Pestilothiopsis microspora even removed plastic faster than Aspergillus niger, the fungus known to cause harmful black mold. Number 19. Kupwaku, Amazonian relative of cocoa. Kupwaku is an exotic fruit native to the jungles of South America, characterized by having properties similar to cocoa. It contributes to reducing bad LDL cholesterol levels and is also well known for kupwaku oil and butter. Due to its resemblance in taste to chocolate, it is also known as white cocoa. This Amazon fruit is highly valued for its medicinal properties and nutritional value, and its scientific name is Theobroma grandiflorum. This fruit is rich in fatty acids, very similar in consistency to cocoa butter. It also contains vitamins B1, B2, and B3, amino acids, and polyphenol, which help with weight loss and act as antioxidants, along with vitamins A and C. Kupwaku is also a great source of phytochemicals with strong antioxidant action. The fruit is said to improve the immune system, aiding in flu recovery and enhancing scar healing. Basically, there's nothing this fruit can't do, and it's absolutely delicious. What else could we ask for? Kupwaku has been a delicacy in South America for centuries, and now the world is starting to learn about it too. Number 18. Decoy building spider, a spider that builds spiders. Naturalists in the jungles of Peru have found a spider of only 5 millimeters in length, perhaps a new species of cyclosa, that builds a giant version of itself using the remains of leaves, dead insects, and various debris. Looking like a dead or pan-seared arachnid from a distance, this creepy decoy dangles in the middle of its web to trick predators like wasps out of attacking. Cyclosa spiders are known for placing debris in their webs to attract prey or confuse predators, but these traps are usually droplets, spheres, or egg sacs. In this case, the decoy looks the same as the spider itself, except much larger. They even manage to create dangling legs for this strange little sculpture. The spider uses the remains of dead insects trapped in its web, parts of dry leaves, and other detritus, assembling them with its silk. The trick may be a way of avoiding potential predators like wasps, which target the fake spider instead of the real one safely tucked away behind its creation. In other words, this little critter, in order to survive, has become a brilliant sculptor. Number 17. Secret river very few people know about, the Hamza River. The Amazon basin is one of the biggest and most impressive river systems in the world. And guess what? There's more to it than we ever knew. The Hamza River is the unofficial name for what appears to be a slow-flowing underground aquifer in Brazil and Peru. It is approximately 6,000 kilometers long and sits at a depth of almost 4,000 meters. Its discovery was announced in 2011 at a meeting of the Geophysical Society in Rio de Janeiro. The Hamza River and the Amazon River form a geologically unusual instance of a twin river system that flows at different levels of the Earth's crust. Although it's called a river, its classification has been questioned, so it's preferable to call it an aquifer. In the Amazon, water is transported by 3 types of rivers: the Amazon River, the water vapor circulating in the atmosphere, and underground rivers. This aquifer consists of water moving through porous rocks at a speed of centimeters per year, meaning it cannot flow in a conventional way. Various geological factors, like porous and permeable sedimentary rocks, have played a vital role in the formation and existence of these underground water bodies. Number 16. The boiling river with 93 degrees Celsius water. Welcome to the only boiling river in the world. Yes, really, this river has boiling water. You could perfectly well boil an egg in there, but whatever you do, do not take a dip. Among the lush vegetation of the Peruvian Amazon lies one of nature's most surprising mysteries, the boiling river of Mayantuyacu, a place whose waters exceed 90 degrees Celsius. The uncertain origin of its temperature and its healing power make this place a great tourist attraction in the region. The boiling river of Mayantuyaku, named by the locals as Shunai Timpishka, is located in the district of Anuria in the department of Huánuco. Mayantuyaku is a center for the study of medicinal plants, where science is mixed with tradition to explore the benefits of the flora that grows there. This mysterious river maintains its temperature despite not being near any known active volcanoes or geothermal vents. It's simply an enigma of Mother Nature. Local shamans believe the boiling water is birthed by Yakamama, a giant serpent spirit known as the mother of all waters. Luckily, some areas of the Shunai Timpishka have a lower temperature, making them the perfect place to take a relaxing bath in its hot springs and enjoy all the benefits they provide to the body. Now it's time for today's topic. Deep within the dense and mysterious Amazon jungle, a group of explorers stumbled upon an astonishing sight that has left scientists and adventurers alike puzzled. An enormous creature, measuring nearly the length of a small airplane, lay dormant in a clearing, surrounded by dense foliage and towering trees. Its body, covered in thick, ridged scales resembling ancient armor, appeared to merge seamlessly with the surrounding environment, as if it had been camouflaging for centuries. The stunned team of researchers and locals could do nothing but stare, their tools and instruments momentarily forgotten. Speculations ran wild as theories emerged. Could it be a sand serpent or an Amazonian equivalent of the legendary sandworm from Dune? Or was it perhaps a relic of an ancient species thought to have vanished millions of years ago? Adding to the confusion, some believe this creature might be a carefully constructed practical joke, an elaborate hoax designed to lure curious tourists or confuse experts. However, the sheer scale and intricate detail of the creature make such a claim difficult to accept. The origins of this colossal entity remain shrouded in mystery. Is it a long-forgotten creature re-emerging from the depths of time, or a bizarre creation of human ingenuity? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. One thing's for certain, the Amazon jungle continues to hold secrets beyond human comprehension. Number 15. Tribal people with unique traditions. The Amazon rainforest is the largest, most vast, and unexplored rainforest in the whole world. It's so big, in fact, that there are still many indigenous people living there who have never been contacted by the outside world. In other words, there are tribes living in the most remote corners of this massive rainforest who have no idea what's happening outside their territories. They have never seen a phone, a television, or Western clothing. They continue to follow the same traditions and way of life they've had for centuries. These tribes could have lived this way for centuries to come if their habitat wasn't being endangered by the actions of modern civilization. Not only is the Amazon rainforest crucially important for the world in terms of fauna, flora, and oxygen production, but also for its people. Unfortunately, these tribes are rapidly disappearing. Since the first contact with modern civilization, the populations of some tribes have seen their numbers reduced by 50% in just a few decades. Pollution, large corporations, deforestation, and modern diseases are all factors in the disappearance of these cultures, which are older than we can imagine. It's a very sad reality and one that deserves urgent attention. Number 14. Goliath bird eater, the biggest spider in the world. This spider has fascinated thousands of people and researchers for its amazing qualities. The Goliath bird eater spider, or Theraphosa blondi, is one of the most popular arachnid species and is claimed to be the largest spider in the world. It belongs to the Megalomorphae suborder and is part of the Theraphosidae family, from which its name derives. It is called Goliath in reference to the biblical giant that David, the future king of Israel, defeated with a slingshot. The Goliath spider can reach a size of 30 centimeters, live up to 25 years in captivity, and weigh up to 175 grams. Although in recent years they've become popular as pets, their trade is illegal, and they should not be acquired under any circumstances. Its large size can impress many people. However, it is harmless to humans and will only attack if it feels threatened. Females emit a hiss, known as stridulation, when threatened, similar to insects like crickets and cicadas. The body of Theraphosa blondi is covered with hair that serves as a defense mechanism. When they feel attacked, they throw these hairs at their aggressors, causing irritation and an unpleasant sensation. Depending on their age and size, Goliath spiders change their diet over the years. They eat everything from small insects such as cockroaches, beetles, and grasshoppers to medium-sized birds, which is why they're called bird eaters. Number 13. Jabuticaba, a tree invading fruit. Jabuticaba, or guaparu, is a tree native to Brazil, Argentina, Bolivia, and Paraguay. It belongs to the Myrtaceae family, and its scientific name is Plinia cauliflora. It is a tree with a tortuous appearance, very few branches, thick bark, and slight thorns. It usually grows under the shade of larger trees. Its fruits give the impression of being attached directly to the tree trunk and are concentrated on the main trunk and thick branches. This unique growth pattern makes the tree look as if it's bursting with berries, creating a striking visual appeal. The berries also attract a variety of wildlife, including birds and small mammals, which help in seed dispersal. They are purple at first and black when ripe. The fruit of the guaparu is classified as a berry and is highly perishable. It has thin, smooth skin, while its pulp is white, juicy, and bittersweet in taste. The fruit is consumed fresh but is also used to make soft drinks, jams, liqueurs, and homemade vinegars. Additionally, the peel, stem, and fruit are effective medicines against diarrhea, dysentery, and asthma. For all these reasons, in rural areas, it is grown near houses to always have it within reach. Can also be used for diabetic remedies. A very useful fruit altogether. Number 12. Walking palm, a tree that can literally walk. No, you haven't fallen into a mysterious rabbit hole and landed in Middle-earth from the Lord of the Rings. This tree can actually walk. In the most remote quarters of the Ecuadorian jungle lives a species of tree that moves thanks to its aerial roots, which advance as they grow. Some researchers debate whether they actually walk, but some paleobiologists claim to have witnessed this phenomenon live. As the soil erodes, the tree, known as Socratia exoryza, grows new long roots that find firmer ground, sometimes as much as 65 feet away. The tree shifts its position as its roots settle in new soil, leaning toward the new roots and leaving the old ones behind. In this way, it moves from an area with poor nutrients to a new spot with more light or solid ground. However, sometimes new roots grow, and the tree stays in the same place. These mysterious trees only walk when necessary, not as a rule. Nature is magical and continues to surprise us with new phenomena. Walking trees in the Amazon, it seems incredible yet true. What else could be hiding in this impenetrable rainforest? Number 11. 81 ancient settlements. Contrary to what has been believed for centuries, the Amazon jungle was home to settlements measuring up to 20 hectares before the arrival of the Spanish and housed several million people. The jungle knows how to cover its secrets. For years, anthropologists and archaeologists have argued about the population size the Amazon once supported. The general idea has been that, given the challenging survival conditions, it was never the epicenter of very large human populations. However, the discovery of 81 unknown settlements by a team of archaeologists showed that pre-Columbian settlers have been underestimated. The sites identified in the Upper Tapajos Basin in the Amazon range from small villages just 30 meters wide to one that spans 19 hectares. The idea that the Amazon was a pristine forest home to scattered nomadic populations is simply not true. They also found ceramic fragments, polished stone axes, and other elements used by these peoples. Evidence indicates that these settlements date back to the period between 1410 and 1460, just a few decades before Columbus reached America. But how have we not heard of this massive civilization until now? One hypothesis suggests that after the arrival of the Spanish, diseases traveled much faster than people, probably killing millions before they even knew the Spanish had arrived. Number 10. Poison dart frogs, both deadly and beautiful. Poison dart frogs, also known as rocket frogs, belong to the family Dendrobatidae. These amphibians are distributed throughout the neotropics, which include Central America and the northern half of South America. They thrive in warm tropical or subtropical climates and are carnivorous animals, with a diet based primarily on arthropods, mainly ants. Remarkably, the toxicity of these frogs is directly linked to their diet. When raised in captivity without access to their natural prey, they lose their toxicity. This has led researchers to believe that the toxic alkaloids are derived from specific ants and mites found in their habitats. Their bold and vibrant color patterns are not just visually striking but serve as effective deterrents, signaling danger to potential predators. Some indigenous tribes have historically used their potent toxins to coat blow darts for hunting, a practice that gave the frogs their name. Among these amphibians are some of the most poisonous frogs in the world. Their vibrant color patterns serve as warnings to predators, essentially saying, "Mess around and find out." And they're not joking. Despite their tiny size of just a few centimeters, poison dart frogs are truly deadly. To put things into perspective, even a fleeting touch of one of these frogs can be fatal to a predator. A tiny droplet of their poison is strong enough to kill an animal the size of a horse. These frogs are the expert chemists of nature, producing not just one but a mix of several toxic substances at once. Number 9. Rafflesia flower, a flower that looks like it can eat you. We present to you one of the most extreme examples of gigantism in the plant kingdom. This parasitic flower, which resembles a giant mushroom, lives for about 4 to 5 days before wilting. It has 5 reddish petals, no leaves, no roots, and is, well, enormous. It can grow to be 3 feet across and weigh up to 15 pounds. The Rafflesia's life cycle is as peculiar as its appearance. It thrives entirely as a parasite, attaching itself to the roots or stems of a host plant to draw nutrients. Unlike most flowers, it lacks chlorophyll and is incapable of photosynthesis, relying solely on its host for survival. Its blooming process is unpredictable, often taking months or even years, adding to its air of mystery. The scientific name for this peculiar flower is Amorphophallus titanum, but its colloquial nickname is corpse flower. Why such an eerie name, you might ask? Well, the sheer size of this plant isn't the only peculiarity. On the rare occasion that a Rafflesia blooms, it emits a pungent stench of rotting flesh, certainly not a flower you'd use to make perfume. This invasive smell is rare, as the flower only blooms a few times during its lifetime of 35 to 45 years. Unfortunately, being one of the rarest plants in the world, the corpse flower is on the verge of extinction. Rafflesia is endemic to Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, and the Philippines, but it can also be found deep in the Peruvian Amazon jungle. Number 8. Victoria amazonica, a water lily that can hold an average person's weight. Ah yes, the magnificent water lily, the beautiful and delicate flower that has inspired poets and painters throughout the ages. But in the Amazon jungle, there's a species that is far from delicate. The Victoria amazonica is a water lily so robust and enormous that an adult person can literally stand on it without causing damage. Its strength comes from a unique structural adaptation. The underside of the leaves has a network of sturdy ribs that provide support and buoyancy, even under significant weight. These ribs are reinforced with air pockets, enabling the lily to float effortlessly on water. Its vast leaves, often reaching up to 3 meters in diameter, also serve as a shield for aquatic life beneath, offering shade and protection. It is the largest of all water lilies, native to the shallow waters of the Amazon basin, and can also be found in Paraguay. This fascinating flower has a diameter of up to 40 centimeters and opens at dusk, around 6 p.m., exhaling an apricot-like fragrance. It stays open until about 9 a.m. the next day, only to open again the following night. On the first night, the flower is white and female, with only the stigma maturing to receive pollen. By the second night, it turns pink and male, producing pollen to fertilize other flowers. The pollinators, primarily beetles, remain trapped during the day after the first night and escape the next morning, covered in pollen. Number 7. Amorphophallus titanum, Amazonian signature expression of gigantism. No, you are not hearing double, if that's even a thing. We already covered a gigantic flower from the Amazon that smells like a corpse, remember? Well, guess what? There's another one. Yep, in the Amazon rainforest, there's not one giant flower that smells like rotting flesh but 2. And even though they share some similarities, they look quite different. Amorphophallus titanum is an herbaceous, tuberous plant that produces a spadix inflorescence, sometimes called the ugliest flower in the world. In May 2003, the University of Bonn in Germany presented a live specimen that measured 2.74 meters in height and weighed 126 kilograms. Yeah, this flower is massive, alright? This species is native to the tropical forests of Sumatra in Indonesia but can also be found in the tropical forests of South America. This flower smells so horrendously bad that it's difficult to remain close to it for a long time. The function of this unpleasant aroma is to attract pollinating insects, which take charge of the exchange of pollen necessary for its reproduction. It attracts flies that look for corpses in which to lay their eggs. It's a nasty technique, sure, but quite effective nonetheless. Number 6. Deforestation that threatens the forest and us. Considered the lungs of the world, the Amazon rainforest has lost a forest area larger than the size of France since 1970. According to Greenpeace, this massive loss is largely due to deforestation caused by human activity. Covering around 7 million square kilometers, the Amazon is the largest tropical forest on the planet. It extends through 9 countries, with Brazil housing 60% of it. Declared one of the 7 natural wonders of the world in 2011, the Amazon is a biodiversity reserve and home to ancestral indigenous cultures that help us understand our origins. Despite its importance, deforestation in the Amazon is accelerating at unprecedented levels. In January 2022 alone, approximately 430 square kilometers of forest were cleared, an increase of 418% compared to January 2021. Speculators are clearing forests to establish ranches through illegal land appropriation, while the high prices of beef, soybeans, and other staples are driving demand for cheap land. What these decision-makers fail to understand is this: there can be no life on Earth without the Amazon rainforest. Number 5. Green anaconda. The green anaconda, or Unex murinus, is a species of constrictor snake in the Boidae family. It is considered the largest snake of that family in the Amazon basin and the entire American continent, as well as the longest in the world. Females are significantly larger than males, measuring up to 10 meters in length and generally weighing between 35 and 85 kilograms. Although specimens weighing around 97 kilograms have been reported, these large snakes are often hunted due to the exaggerated fear they instill, causing their status in some regions to reach the level of a threatened species. However, these magnificent snakes are not venomous. They kill by constricting their prey and only attack humans in self-defense when provoked. The green anaconda is aquatic or semi-aquatic, active both day and night, and can live in water and trees. It can remain completely submerged for up to 10 minutes before surfacing to breathe, keeping its nostrils just above the water. These snakes are ambush predators, diving into water and lying in wait for thirsty animals to come and drink. At the perfect moment, they launch out of the water with immense power to attack. Number 4. Bullet ant, an ant you don't want to meet. If I told you that a single sting from this ant hurts as much as being shot by a firearm, would you believe it? That's exactly why they're called bullet ants, and they are most definitely insects you don't want to mess with. Found patrolling the Amazon rainforest, this creature stretches almost 1.5 inches in length and is one of the deadliest insects in the world. Only a few of them are needed to take down a grown human being. Imagine that. The scientific name is Paraponera clavata. The genus name, Paraponera, comes from the Greek word panerina, meaning pain, because it's the only species in that genus, literally an ant with pain in its name. They are characterized by a visible stinger that produces a sting 30 times more painful than that of a wasp or bee, with effects that can last up to 24 hours. Although bullet ants are not usually aggressive unless threatened or provoked, they emit a strong odor as a warning before attacking. If this warning is ignored, they launch a fierce attack, stinging repeatedly. When food is scarce, these ants are known to invade other colonies to steal their supplies. Number 3. Pink dolphin, a legendary creature of the Amazon. You won't find this dolphin in the sea. It's a freshwater animal that lives in the great rivers of South America. The pink dolphin, the most popular of the 5 species of dolphins in the Amazon River, is known for its unusual color and status as the largest river dolphin species. It is so unique that it's one of the iconic species of the Amazon. Unfortunately, the pink dolphin may be extinct within 50 years, according to a study by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. There are an estimated 50,000 specimens left in the Amazon and Orinoco basins, but their greatest threats are indiscriminate hunting and the deterioration of their natural habitat. The reason for their pink color remains a mystery. Experts believe it may be an adaptation to river life, possibly due to temperature or capillaries near the surface of their skin. Another theory suggests the color develops with age. Also called boto or tanina, these dolphins are gray at birth, turn lighter gray during adolescence, and finally acquire a pink color in adulthood due to the wear of their skin. This color is more pronounced in males. Number 2. Jesus lizard, the lizard that can walk on water. This 90-centimeter long reptile lives in the forests of Panama, Costa Rica, Honduras, and Nicaragua. Its main food sources are small insects and fruits, although it has been introduced to Florida, where it has adapted to the colder winters. Reports of the Jesus lizard have even surfaced on the east coast of Florida, where small groups were seen crossing the North Fork of the St. Lucie River. Interestingly, the Jesus lizard's ability to run on water has earned it widespread recognition, even featuring in nature documentaries showcasing its escape tactics. Scientists have found that the lizard's speed, combined with its lightweight body and specialized leg movements, creates the necessary force to keep it above water. This incredible feat is not just a survival skill but a perfect example of evolution's ingenuity in action. Moreover, juvenile lizards are more adept at this skill due to their smaller size and proportionately lighter weight, making them better equipped to evade predators. So, what miracle does this lizard perform to earn its comparison to Jesus Christ? When feeling threatened, instead of fleeing into the forest like most lizards, it jumps and runs across the surface of the water, gaining precious seconds to escape while its predator looks on in confusion. This remarkable ability is due to the anatomy of the lizard's hind legs, which have elongated toes joined by skin membranes to distribute its weight. The smaller and lighter the lizard, the greater the distance it can travel without sinking. This unique feature refers to the biblical passage where Jesus walked on water, making the lizard one of nature's most fascinating creatures. Number 1. Glass frog, you can see through it. There are more than 100 species distributed across 3 genera within the family of tree frogs with translucent skin. They are known as glass frogs. In these frogs, the internal organs are visible, and if you look closely, you can see the heart pumping blood and food moving through the intestines. It's like having X-ray vision, There is currently no satisfactory explanation for this transparency, and not all species exhibit a fully glass-like underside. Viewed from above, most glass frogs are light green in color, with shades ranging from uniform green to green with white or yellow spots. Due to the difficulty of finding these amphibians, new species are frequently described, and the family continues to grow. Like other species of tree frogs, glass frogs have T-shaped terminal phalanges with intercalated cartilage and expanded tips, which help them climb. They live high in the trees near mountain streams in the Andes and the cloud forests of Central and South America. Glass frogs are nocturnal and take advantage of sunset to forage for food, primarily small insects. During the day, they camouflage themselves on the undersides of tree leaves to avoid detection. The Amazon rainforest is a vast, mysterious, and magical place, brimming with secrets waiting to be discovered. Who knows what other wonders are hidden within its lush vegetation? Have you ever been to the Amazon? Share your experiences with us. And don't forget to explore more incredible content by checking out what's showing on your screen now.